To start, Arc 2 is a noticeable jump in quality from Arc 1. That's a pretty commonly shared opinion. While I certainly thought that Arc 1 had a lot of redeeming qualities about it and wasn't as bad as a lot of people made it out to be, I certainly have acknowledged that it had its fair share of issues. Some of the writing was poor compared to the quality that we are generally accustomed to seeing from this show. Some of the storylines felt pretty worthless and pretty drawn out, and didn't provide much in terms of impact on the overarching story of the season or developing our characters in very meaningful ways. A lot of time felt wasted and could have been much better served exploring our characters to much more significant degrees than what we got. However, a lot of these issues, as I just mentioned, that I have with the first arc of the season start to correct themselves by the time we reach Arc 2. Arc 2 feels much more focused and feels like it's actually building to something important to come. A lot of people cite episodes 7 through 9 as being their favorites of the season due to the emotional impact of that arc, but I think it's worth pointing out that without the groundwork that episodes 4 through 6 lay, episodes 7 through 9 wouldn't have had that same emotional impact that they had. Arc 2 in a lot of ways feels like a setup arc, but it's the setup that needed to happen in order for Arc 3 to be as good as it was. It does a very good job at getting us interested and emotionally invested in the conflict happening on Gorman. The Gorman people, the Gorman culture are so well realized. The stakes of the situation, of the occupation, the weight of the feeling of the Imperials tightening their grip on this planet, and the natives' reaction to that in response, their feelings and actions becoming more and more rebellious in nature as time goes by is extremely intriguing to watch. There's also the fact that we, the audience, know what all of the Imperial hostility is about, while the characters don't, and it adds an extra sense of dread. And the emotions and mindsets of our main characters intimately involved in and surrounding that conflict I think are very well explored, which makes for extremely well-crafted drama. All this goes to say that Arc 2 is where I think Andor Season 2 really starts to come into its own, and begins to cement itself as one of the greatest pieces of Star Wars media ever conceived.